And this is just a plume evacuator, so
Just sucking up that smoke.
yeah, the fillet of Sharzad.
Fillet of Sharzad.
Delicious.
Yum.
Sharzad,
Yes, Susan?
what comes to mind when I say stretch marks?
Wah, wah. I think about my stomach and all the stretching it's done, you know, creating the humans, losing the weight, creating the humans. It's been like an accordion,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
There's been a lot of stretching. Not complaining, my body created 2 humans, so I'm really
Humans, beautiful
grateful
ones.
for the stretching. However, I was left with what some people refer to as tiger stripes. They're not that bad, but I notice them. It's been over 2 years since I had my second, and I don't like hate my body or anything like that, but you know, if there's something I can do to make it better, you know, I ain't mad at that.
Well, you were telling me also that you don't like to wear like a bikini, for
Nope,
instance.
haven't done that in about 5 years.
Yeah, and that's, you know what? You should be able to feel comfortable in a dang bikini, especially after having 2 kids.
Right, I know. What are we doing, girlfriend?
Today, we're at Beauty Park. We're back here actually because we've been here before. We're gonna see our girl nurse Jamie, and we're gonna do laser resurfacing with Pixel, which is their signature stretch mark removal treatment here. And you're gonna go through a process. You ready for it?
It's gonna be a long process, but yeah, I'm so excited! Are you guys ready?
Are you ready?
Let's go.
I'm super excited for Sharzad because she's been wanting this for a while. You've been talking about it for a bit.
I'm always talking about it. So I have 2 boys, as you know.
Yes.
Last time we shot with you, I was super preggo. I gained a lot of weight with both my kids, like 60 the first time, about 55 the second time. So there's a lot of stretching and, you know, back and forth. You know, just a lot of stuff going on.
And there's no cream that's gonna fix
I
this.
didn't
Yeah.
think so. I didn't think so. You've got all the magic
I
tools.
know. So yeah, sometimes you need your friend the laser.
Yeah.
So what happens from rapid weight loss or weight gain is that collagen fiber just tears. Just like a tear in a sweater where that thread pulls, a collagen fiber can rip all the way across. So what we're gonna do is typically 2 issues is texture and tone.
Okay.
So they can turn that iridescent color, which yours, because you've had them for a minute, and they turn that iridescent color. They're called striae, or commonly called stretch marks.
Okay.
Okay. So you actually brought up something that you said, like the color, like her color is iridescent now. Should she have actually come after the first baby and tried to treat them for a little bit and then had another baby? Like what would have been the best thing?
I personally think it's a little easier when they're still in that reddish stage because it's just kind of easier to turn that collagen fiber over.
Okay.
However, like you can do them at any stage. Like it doesn't really, it's not that big of a difference.
So after like you're done having kids, right after you pop that last baby out, then it's the best time to come in.
Right after you
Okay,
pop
yeah.
that
So,
last
like,
one out is
yeah.
typically.
Yeah, straight from cedars to here, right? Okay, so we personally think it's really important to manage expectations when we do some of these like, treatments that are, you know, tend to be more pricey.
Or like longer, you know, this is going to be a little bit of a
couple weeks or months or
commitment.
something, right? A commitment.
I like to do that too, and I typically tell people it's almost impossible to get rid of them.
Yeah.
To completely get rid of them.
Okay.
After a series of treatments, I can promise about 60% improvement.
Okay.
And I hope for like 70, 75.
Okay.
But I don't, it's virtually almost impossible unless you just have, like, if you're very fair, like my skin type, it's easier to treat because the darker skin types like Fitzpatrick 3 and higher, it's easier to see that difference in the color, in the color. So even if you can fix the texture, sometimes in the color it's hard to treat.
Got it. And you bring up a good point though. Can any skin tone do this treatment?
Yeah, the newer lasers, the cooling mechanisms are so improved that you can essentially do it on any skin type. The only person I would say would be contraindicated for this is someone that is prone to keloid scarring.
Okay.
So if they know, like they get little cuts and stuff like that, or they've had surgery or something and it turned into a keloid, just steer clear.
You can always do a test spot too because it wouldn't be as similar to doing a surgical incision. However, yeah, I would probably tread lightly.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Is this gonna hurt?
I don't think it hurts.
Okay.
No, it feels a little like windburny or sunburny afterwards, but I don't think it's bad at all. It's nothing compared to childbirth for sure.
So what is the treatment that you guys do here?
Well, let me take a peek.
Okay.
Let me take a peek at your abdomen. All right, it's really not that bad.
Thanks.
No, it's not.
Yes, it really isn't. You can kind of see them a little bit more on the left side for whatever reason. And you can see where you can actually kind of feel that texture.
Oh, I feel it.
Actually, because you are so fair, you don't notice the color changes. That's what I was talking about, which makes it a little harder sometimes, and I typically do have to use 2 lasers. There's a little bit of discoloration here, so I will kind of use both machines on it first.
Cool.
So when you say both machines, which machines?
Well, so there's a laser that I would do for like the redness and the color, and then there's a separate machine that is a resurfacing laser that makes tiny little perforations in the skin. The body thinks it's been injured and it sends new collagen because you stop making new collagen at 25.
Right.
Oh, man. It's been a minute then.
Yeah.
I know.
Definitely over a decade for me.
Yeah, same. Quick question too, just in case anybody's wondering. Can you avoid this? Like, because I've buttered myself
Everyone
up.
does. Everyone
Right?
says that. Everyone says
There's no cream that really
That's what I thought.
works on that.
Yeah.
Keeping something moisturized, because if you are like pulling that skin, can potentially help a little bit, but it's genetics. It's even going to be case dependent.
How many do you think I'll need?
I actually think you'll probably just take 3 times.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm so ready.
All right, so treatment 1, here we go.
So I'm going to do both lasers because you have a little bit of discoloration, so we're going to treat that as well. And then we're going to do more of the resurfacing one.
All right, so going with the glasses.
So no numbing or anything before?
There's no. The thing you don't need with newer lasers, the cooling mechanisms are improved and you really don't need it.
Sweet. Cool.
Wow.
That's awesome. I love
This
it.
is why I like coming to see Nurse Jamie. She's got the newer stuff.
I know, all the new stuff.
Okay, so what I'm going to show you is you really cannot see this. I'm just going to go over this, but you don't see anywhere it's making those little perforations at all.
No,
Is
not
this
at all.
practice or are you actually doing
I'm
it?
actually doing
Oh, wow.
So you feel nothing?
Nothing.
nothing. But the cool thing about this, and let me show you the demo. So I'm going to show you what it does if you're doing it on
Wow.
a deeper level.
So it's doing that to her skin,
It's literally doing that to her skin.
but you can't see it.
But you cannot see it. Because
cool.
what the great thing about this is laser stands for light amplification simulated emission of radiation. All that really means is a super bright light. What is so different about this is they increase the wavelength, so it makes the perforation under the skin instead of on top, so you literally don't see
So underneath, that's
underneath
happening.
the skin. So it does nothing, bam. Makes those punctures under the skin.
Wow.
Which is where, because a lot of this is what we call neovascularization, where you get a collection of red blood cells that come to the area. But this breaks up those blood cells, and then your white blood cells can come in like little Pac-Man and carry that away.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
That's
Pac-Man
amazing.
reference might be too old, but
Yeah.
anyway, whatever.
I know everyone knows Pac-Man.
Okay.
I don't think everybody knows Pac-Man.
So we'll go ahead and I'll finish because this is so easy to do. And again, you really don't even feel this.
I mean, that was so easy.
So
like
easy.
a nothing.
So wait, is there anything else? That's it?
Oh no, we have step 2.
Okay, step 2. Okay, I thought you were done.
Yeah.
This is more for the color, and then we're going to do step 2 more for the texture. So this is the next laser. This is the resurfacing laser. Again, it makes those tiny little perforations in the skin, but you can kind of see them on the surface, whereas you couldn't with the other one.
Yeah, I see them this time.
And then you feel this one a little more.
This one's got like a grid in the skin, right?
Yeah, similar to the other one, but this one you can see because it's more surface.
How's it feeling?
This one, I feel, but not, I mean, obviously I can handle it. You know, I'm not freaking out. Little like pops of heat, but it goes away pretty fast.
So is that it?
That's it.
All right.
It's so easy.
Yeah, it's super easy because you can see we covered the area. I traced some of that striae. I traced them first, and then I just kind of went all over just to kind of contract the entire area.
Yeah.
The way this is different is this is more surface, and it's going to help with that texture.
Okay.
This one I actually feel some heat now.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a light sunburn, or
Yeah,
like a
that's-
windburn.
yes,
It's like
exactly.
uncomfortable. It's
Yeah.
not like unbearable.
It's
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I do feel it though, whereas the other one didn't feel a thing at all.
Exactly.
So Sharzad's going to be doing this treatment and coming back a few times to see
That's
Nurse
neat.
Jamie, and then we'll wrap up at the very end and show you guys what it looks
I'll show
like.
you the after.
see what's going on down there.
Okay, when you started getting that done, I wasn't even pregnant yet.
No, you
and
weren't.
now I'm in my 3rd trimester.
Which means I got my first treatment a long time ago. I think it was December
Of
2018. So
yeah.
we're taking it way back. And the reason is because they suggest 4 to 6 treatments. You kind of got to space them out.
Yeah,
Sometimes life gets in the way of
Yes.
getting back in there.
Or you had a big life.
Yeah.
Yeah, big life experience.
So we're giving you the end result now.
But you stuck it out. That's what
did.
matters, you guys, is Sharzad stuck this one out and she did it for you guys because this was a highly requested treatment.
Highly requested.
Everyone wants to know how to get rid of stretch marks.
People talk about stretch marks and cellulite. Like, I think those are the 2 most common and probably the 2 most difficult things to treat.
First off, how does it feel? Does it hurt? Do you see like improvement? Because you know they space these out because they want your skin to start to heal itself.
Right.
So then that's why they space it out like a couple of months.
Yeah.
Between.
It's hard to say, like, I still have stretch marks and I think they were good about managing my expectations, which I really appreciate. They never once said this is gonna eliminate your stretch marks completely.
Right.
So,
And Nurse Jamie in the beginning, I remember when I was there with your first appointment,
Yeah.
she said this would have been a better treatment had you come when they were fresh. When
Right.
they're red, when your stretch marks are red, that's when you can do the most with them. Because once they turned white, they're
Yeah.
kind of like scars, like they're kind of at the end.
right. Did it hurt? Not in my opinion. I've gotten way more painful things done in my life, like getting a tattoo removed, in my opinion, hurts so much worse. This is like a little prickly tingles, nothing that is hard to handle. The aftermath of the treatment though is actually probably when it's the most uncomfortable.
Oh, that's
I
good to
think,
know.
because it feels like kind of like a sunburn. It feels like sandpapery sunburn, and I was super red. And I was red for, I want to say like a good 10 days. And
Wow.
the redness was obviously really, really red the first day and then progressively got less red. So something to keep in mind if you were trying to get this done and then you thought you'd be in a bikini like right after, you're gonna be really, really red. And you don't wanna be in the sun after you get lasers and stuff. So I would say this is a good treatment to like really do more in like the colder months of the year when
Yeah.
you're not out in the sun as much.
Like started in September and hopefully you're done by like April.
Yeah, so I think it's good to manage expectations because this treatment is expensive and it is a commitment because you know, you're going like 4 to 6 times. Do I think that they completely went away? Like I said, no. Did it minimize the appearance? I'll let you guys be the judge.
You know, it is one of those things. Stretch marks really are hard to get rid of
Yeah.
unless you literally cut that skin out. Like if you go get a tummy tuck or something like that.
Not doing that.
I think that's like kind of the lesson here. Is
Yeah.
If you want to get rid of your stretch marks, sooner rather than later.
Right, and this is one of the options. The price for this treatment starts at $275 depending on the area that you're getting laser.
$275?
Yeah,
Oh,
$200.
that's good to know because I guess I like associate laser treatments with being like $1,000.
Well, if they suggest 4 to 6, it's gonna creep up there and it depends on the size, but that's usually where it starts. And again, we are in LA. Things are expensive
Yep.
here, so don't
they
get mad
probably
at
offer
us for that.
packages, right?
Yes, lots of packages available. I would say with confidence that most med spas offer packages and price breaks if you're buying in bulk, and a lot of these treatments they suggest you do over time. What are you guys doing for your stretch marks? Anything? How do you feel? All right. Thanks so much for watching the SASS. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.